Hi, Muchismo Eugene. Welcome to another video from Exit Strategy. Please like, subscribe, share the video, give a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and pass it on if you believe someone else would benefit from it. I surely would appreciate that. Awaken empaths, your certainty will cause many to despise you. I'm sure you've experienced that since you've been awakened, even though it was on the low. That is the label. They despised you. Don't downplay it and just think they are standoffish because they sense something different about you. They see something different about you. They see you moving differently. They too see and experience all of these things, but deep down they're despising you because in their minds they think that you think you're better than them. And what you're actually doing is spending time with yourself. A lot more than you did. You're investing in yourself and it shows. You're pouring into yourself and it shows. They are feeling abandoned. They are feeling left out because you are not giving them the skinny on what's going on with you. It's apparent that you're changing. You're different. You're moving differently, but they can't put their finger on it. But it's undeniable. And because they ask you, you're different. Something about you is different. They will throw these little one-liners out there, hoping that you will give them the blueprint on what is happening to you. But you and I both know they can't handle it. They can't stomach it. They cannot even comprehend what you have to tell them. Because unless a person is awakened, they cannot fully comprehend what an awakened empath breaks down to them. It doesn't matter how simple you make it, how much you simplify it. Because what will happen when you begin to, let's say, just express to them in an ABC form without going too deep about narcissistic personality disorder, you will just start talking about, let's say, a person's energy. You can read them, this and that. You'll just be saying things that you hear most of the world say, the jargon, the lingo. And most often when you hear a lot of these people who are airing this out, talking about they read energy, they're openly talking about this. Most of the time, these are the deceptive ones. These are the Decepticons. These are the manipulators. These are, in fact, the narcissists themselves. And they've actually copied and pasted something that they've heard. Because of true awakened empath, we don't go around flaunting this knowledge because we know this knowledge is so sacred. We earned it, and it's not something that you just go around just flaunting because it causes, even though you have not went around flaunting it, your simple expression of self and the way you express yourself, non-verbally, just the way you express yourself and the way that you're moving, you're acting, you're behaving, you're living, you're existing in this way, it is causing people to despise you in a way that they can't even understand. They just know that they cannot stand you anymore. And newsflash, even before you awakened, they couldn't stand you. Your awakened experience has just brought their hostility to the top. So God did this for you. He allowed your awakened state to expose your enemies, to expose those who had the knives hidden behind their backs. And so I'm talking about this because as I'm evolving in an awakened state, I feel a strong sense of solitude. Most of the time when I'm in my isolation, meaning just by myself doing things, pretty much I've just became so freaking comfortable being by myself, being I won't say alone, but in solitude, in my space of my own choosing. I wished most people who are awakened could experience this solitude in a major way, in a way that causes them, even when they're in a situation where a narcissist jumps out of the bushes with their antics, if you will. And by the way, most Karens and male and female Karens that you see on TikToks and all of these crazies that jump out and start doing stuff, no matter whether the camera's on them or what, these are most often very disordered people. And most of them are narcissists because they're so delusional that 5 people can be telling them, ma'am, you can't block this person in. They'll become the police. They'll become the mayor of the city. They'll become the president of the United States right in front of your eyes. This is the grandiose mentality in full effect, in overload. Saw a TikTok one time, a guy kept walking up to this, I think it was a girl. She had either a fruit stand or something, and I think she was Spanish or whatever, and she was selling her goods on the corner on the public sidewalk. He went over and would taunt her on a daily. In one particular day, he went a little further and he shoved and pushed her stuff over and damaged her goods. And this is when the police got called in, and I believe he went to jail. But even at that point, he didn't feel as though he had done anything wrong. And this is what you will find when you see these Karens. I wouldn't sit back and laugh at it. It's nothing comical about it, because these are some dangerous people. They're on autopilot. They don't have any limits. They don't have any rules. They don't have a consciousness of right and wrongs. Their rights are what they think of in their own head. You know, the police can come on the scene and tell them, matter-of-factly, what you're doing is not right. They'll look past that police and continue to blow that horn, that trumpet of they shouldn't be on this block. And I want to say this. I think anywhere that you find someone that you believe is racist, no matter what their nationality is, anywhere you find someone who is heavily racial or racist, most often this is a narcissist as well. This is strong narcissistic disorder behavior, because the hate, the depth of this hate, is not something that emanates from a person who has a healthy mind. Even a person who's raised in a home or an environment with that type of mentality, who has conditioned their mindset to believe and think that way, if they have a strong amount of empathy, they can evolve from this, and they can become ashamed of the way they behaved. And I know this for facts, that there are a couple of grandfathers I know specifically that have biracial grandkids now. And it took those grandkids for them to come to a point to understand that, wow, we are all human beings. There is no human being that is greater than another. But whenever you see this racism, this overt racism, whether it's from minorities or other ethnic groups, this is heavy, deep, disturbed, demonic disorder. And it is straight from the pits of hell. But narcissists, they parade around in different costumes. It could be a Karen in the supermarket. It can be a person that has this agenda political agenda, when they don't believe in anything, but they'll find something to latch on to create some kind of chaos and some kind of divide. And this is to awaken empaths. I'm only emphasizing this for one reason. Don't get into that mud. Don't play in that mud with that type of person or those type of groups. Even if you've been affiliated with these groups in times past, whatever they are, not just political, just people who are just naysayers of things that they are not really passionate about. They're just throwing things in the air, sending other people on wild goose chases that they're not willing to go on themselves. Awaken empaths, your certainty is very threatening to a lot of people because you stand on business no matter whether you have support or not. You don't need people in agreement to your decisions. Your certainty is just that good. Your certainty is just that definitive. And when you're awakened, you don't break a sweat when you're certain about things. If you're educating yourself and elevating your vibration, you can do a thing or say a thing and let it be done. You're not concerned about the opposition, whether people are okay with that decision. You're okay with it. That's where it starts and that's where it ends. So your certainty is going to create a lot of hostility, a lot of division, and it's going to create a lot of hostility. And if you're noticing this and you're experiencing this in your workplace because you've learned to move in silence and move by yourself, you've pulled away from some of the things that you used to partake in, and this is what causes people to despise you because they don't want to understand that you are a different person for the better. It threatens their matrix type of living. You don't play in any reindeer games anymore. And this is what we are as human beings. We are so codependent in ways that a lot of us don't even realize we are. We only realize it when we begin to either have to pull away from someone or when someone pulls away from us. This is when the reality kicks in. We find out real quick how dependent we are on their existence and their presence. But awakened empaths, no longer do you have to worry about these things. We're good with or without. We're good in a group or by ourselves. So your certainty really, really creates hostility, and it will. And this has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with your evolution. That being said, bless.